Back to CryptoStack. In today's video, we're going to be looking at another trading platform. Today, we're going to be covering Forexy, which gives you the ability to trade with leverage on the CFD market, which is a derivative. So you can trade with them in Forex, cryptocurrency, indices, stock, and even commodities. Now, rather than creating their own trading platform, Forexy decided to actually use MetaTrader. So MetaTrader has been around for more than 10 years, where they actually have created one of the most known and robust trading solution software, which enable companies like Forexy to focus more on their customer support, on the service, on the offering, rather than trying to create something new. They're actually using and leveraging something that has been working for more than a decade and has been used by more than 100,000 different clients by all around the world. So this is their software that they're actually using, called MT4. There's MT4 and then you have MT5. And just for you guys to know, MT5 is supporting on Apple computers, and MT4 doesn't support Apple computers. I actually have a Windows and an Apple, and I cannot download MT4 for my Apple computer. Now, they literally have these 3 different accounts that vary based on your balance. So if you have a higher balance, you'll be qualified to use a different account. So you have standard, you have pro, then you have VIP. Minimum for standard, it's $10 for MT4, $5 for MT5. If you want to have the pro account, the minimum is $100, and then you need to have $500 minimum for the MT5. And then if you look at the VIP, the minimum is $25,000 for the MT4 or the MT5. Another thing that will vary here will be the spread, which is different for different accounts, and also the leverage. Now, one of the things that I really appreciate is that you have the ability to deposit in multiple currency, but you can actually choose what will be the base currency. So this is really good for those ones that are based in Europe. For example, you can deposit in euro and obviously have all your trading account in euro. Some broker platform will convert the balance from dollar to euro or from dollar to pound. You'll be exposed for sure for the FX price fluctuation, which may be in your favor, may not be in your favor. So this is something for you guys to consider, that if you decide to deposit in euro, pound, and dollars, you obviously will withdraw in euro, dollar, pound, and there's no FX fees related to it. Now, the other thing that I really appreciate, that they have multiple payment solution and payment method that you can actually deposit via multiple currency, multiple payment method. You can use WeChat, UnionPay. You can also deposit via cryptocurrency, Ethereum. You can also deposit via Skrill. And the thing that I really appreciate, they are supporting in multiple languages. You can actually have it in Arabic, English, Korean, Portuguese, Romanian, Russian, and Spanish, which is kind of important because having a platform that supports multiple languages means that they are supporting multiple countries and not just in English. So this is the review on regarding what they're offering on the website. So now let's dive into what happened when we try to log in. So once you decide to sign up to Forexy, you'll be required to fill in the following 4 different information. So first, you have the term and condition, where you actually need to agree to the term and condition. Second, you need to obviously provide and fill in your information. So we're talking about your name, your passport, your employment status, how much money you make, what is your net worth, do you have any experience in trading, how much are you planning to invest, or how much did you invest in the last 12 months, and how often you're going to be transacting. So all these questions might seem to be a bit invasive, but this is kind of important for a compliance perspective, And also for risk perspective, to understand, if you said that you are making $500 a year, and out of the blue you are depositing $50,000 a year, obviously they're going to ask you some questions. So they want to make sure that they know who you are, and they obviously want to make sure to provide you the right tools, the right information, the right account type based on your capability and based on your knowledge. So that is why they're asking this question, obviously to comply with the regulator. And obviously you need to upload your required documents. So just give you some tip: try to upload a proof of address that has been issued in the last 3 months. I'll probably look at electricity, water bill, internet, what else, letter from the bank statement, credit card statement. All this will be considered valid as long they can see your full name, your address, the logo of the whoever issued this proof of address, and also the date it was issued. So if you provide all this information, you should be good. They'll be able to verify your account, and then once you verify the account, you're gonna get your credential to log into MT4, which I'll show you now how you're able to log in. And let's dive in even further. The demo account where I was able to log in and access it after I have signed up. I got an email. With the email I have this credential where I have used here. You click on file, and then you have login to trade account, and then you click login, and then you have your credential for the purpose of accessing your Forex demo account. Now that we covered this and you're able to log in, this will be the interface that you'll see. You have on the left side, you have the instrument you can actually trade on. You can obviously add some more if you wish. You obviously have something called one-click trade. So by file for you guys to be able to either add a new chart if you want. So let's click here. Let's click, for example, so that will literally give the ability to change to a new chart. If you want to change the language of the setting, you have over a dozen of languages for you guys to be able to trade in your own native language. Furthermore, you can also insert different indicators if you are expert, if you want to trade based on technical analysis. And also you can change the way the chart look like by going to chart. You can change it to candlestick or line, and let's bring back to candlestick. And also you can change the time frame as well. You can also change the time frame here from 1 hour to 1 day or 1 week if you wish to do so. So you can also click here one-click trades. One-click trade will enable you to automatically open trade on the chart. For example, here, let's say I want to buy, and it automatically opened the trade. So currently I'm making some profits. This is some of my old position that I opened just to test the platform. So this will be an example of not one-click trade. You can obviously, let's just increase this to 2, for example. You can obviously set your stop loss and your take profit if you want. And you have market execution, and then you can literally just click buy. So in this case, you do not have enough money. So this is also kind of cool. Basically, I only have $5,000 and I'm trying to buy 2 Bitcoin with just $5,000. So obviously this is not possible. I am not able to do so. So this is also kind of cool. You obviously are being told what you can and cannot do. Yeah, so let's try again now. See here, let's just click maybe 0.2. Alright, and then just click buy, and I was successfully buying 0.2 Bitcoin. Now you can also click here on history, which you'll be able to see your initial balance, if you have lost money. So basically, if you have opened a trade, it will show you if you have made any profit or losses, and then we'll see how you have the journal, so you can obviously see all your transaction, all your history that you've done on this account. So this is a very simple interface. Again, this is perfect for people that just want to trade without any distraction. And again, you guys are using MetaTrader, which has been around for more than a decade and has been working perfectly for all this time. And it's not a brainer why 4XC decided to use their technology for the purpose of giving you an robust trading experience. So I will provide in the link below description the full review about this broker for you guys. If you have any question, you're more than welcome to reach out to us. And that's it for this week. Until next time, bye bye.